Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I don't know who's here on behalf of the board of directors. I might get to pretend to be a board of directors member tonight. Hello and welcome to Temple B'nai Torah. My name is Dusty. My father served on the board of directors for a number of years ago, which gives me the right. We won't do that because he just walked in. Aaron, I almost just put you on the spot. Aaron is a member of the board of directors. So if you have any questions or want to know anything about this place that you don't want to ask me in particular, Aaron is one of many people who would be more than happy to share. So feel free to say hi to him after services during the Oneg. We have an evening full of blessings tonight, and we're going to move through the life cycles somewhat in order. And so we're going to begin at the beginning with Molly, our youngest life cycle. So I'm going to invite Molly to join us on the bima. All of my words are on the printer. Can you? No, I can get them. Okay. Jack, you take your time getting up there. I'm going to go get something that helps me know what I'm going to say to you.
Loved, loved, loved. You are loved. You are always loved. Loved, loved, loved. You are loved. You are always loved. You are loved. You are always loved.
Hello. Ooh, right in the sun. Yeah. Hi, Jack. You don't want me to be down here, huh? I know. Jack and I go way back, but you wouldn't know it right now, and that's okay. Molly. Hello. Noah would like to be here to celebrate you today, but it's better that she's not because she's a little sick. Molly and my daughter Noah are in the same class together, and they are very close in age, as it turns out. So, my dear, Martin Buber teaches us that every person born into this world represents something new, something that never existed before, something original and unique. It is up to us to know and recognize that this new person is unique to the world, a singular character and personality, and that there has never been anyone like this child before, for if there had been, there would have been no need for this life to be in the world. We are so glad that you, in all your uniqueness, are in the world, Molly, to join your brother Jack. And we are so honored to celebrate you on this anniversary plus 1 day of your birth. You are named, as you know, after both of your parents' great-grandmothers. And this talit, this talit is a talit. No, I know it's not the talit, but which one is this? This is, okay, still counts. So this is your father's talit. When he became bar mitzvah many years ago, he had no, I would guess, image in his mind of this moment. And now here we are with this exact talit, welcome you into the covenant of the Jewish people. We offer you the official blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zocher habrit be'atifa batzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who is mindful of the covenant through being wrapped inside a garment with a tzitzit. And your mother tells me she chose your Hebrew name, Chava, simply because she liked it. So I will add, Chava comes from the Hebrew root meaning to live, and the original Chava, who most people recognize in English as Eve, was one of the two very first people. So Chava is a name that reaches all the way back to the beginning of creation and simultaneously carries the depths of creation and the spark of something brand new. So you are, in this name, the very beginning and something brand new, all at the same time. And so, as we officially welcome you into the community with the Jewish people, though you've been part of this community for a while now and have spent more time on this campus than most people do in their entire lives, we'll offer you the following. I know, exactly. Yes, we'll offer you the following blessing. Eloheinu v'Elokei avotenu v'imotenu kayem et hayelda hazot la'aviha ul'ima. Yeah, that means God of all the people who came before us, sustain this little one through her father and her mother. V'yikra shma b'Yisrael, and may she be known to the people of Israel as Chava bat Ari v'Chana. Yismach ha'av b'yotzei chalatzav v'tagel imo b'fri bitna. May her name be a source of joy to her and inspire her to serve our people and all humankind. Zot hakatana, that means right now she is small. Gedola tehiyeh, but she will be big. Kishem shenik nasa lavrit, as we can see. Now she is small, but she will be big. Kishem shenik nasa lavrit, ken tikanes leTorah u'chupa u'ma'asim tovim. May she be led to a life filled with Torah, the blessing of learning and community, chuppah, a loving relationship worthy of God's blessing, and ma'asim tovim, the pursuit of good deeds. And together we say, Amen. Whew. Oh, it's all good. All right. Jack, can you help me? Can you hold this side of the tally right here? And then can you hold the other side too to make sure that we get everyone together? Yeah. And then bring it close so you're right in the middle. All right? And give it to, yeah, make it one big hug.
You are loved.
You are always loved. Welcome. Thank you, Jack. That was perfect. All right. You can be seated or go wherever it is that you're going to go next. Whoa. Let's watch. Let's see. What are you going to do? Yeah. Perfect. Yep.
That's one way to leave the beam.
That's one way to leave the bima. As Jack and company are departing, I'm going to invite Ari and company to join us on the bima. So we move from baby namings, you got to come up too, to bar mitzvah. So Ari will come bar mitzvah tomorrow morning, and and what I know of tonight is he's very tired, so I'm not going to make him stand up here for very much longer. But I am going to invite you to light our candles. So you're going to light this one, and then use this one to light this one, and then we're going to say the blessing together. All right? Giving a 13-year-old matches. Let's see how we do. Like a pro.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
I invite you to grab that Kiddush cup. We'll join together in the words of Kiddush on page 5. And I will invite you to take a moment and think about a simcha that you may be celebrating or have celebrated in this past week. There's some big simchas happening in this room tonight, but there's also a lot of small simchas that we get to celebrate every day, every week. And rather than ask you now, I will challenge you to come tell me afterwards what simcha it is this past week that you're celebrating. I don't see anyone in the room tonight who this probably applies to, but often I have people who are very excited about the math tests that they achieved A's on. So it can be that kind of a simcha, whatever it is, something from this past week, and that helps fill our Kiddush cup together as we celebrate. So here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Take a sip.
Chaim.
L'chaim. All right, I'll take this. You can head back to your seat. And then the next time I call him up, you two get to stay where you are. Is there, I don't know if there's a remote to be used for this one. My brain just did that thing where everything turns off for approximately 1.25 seconds. That's what just happened inside my head. I have talked about this before in this sanctuary, so some of you have heard this before and some of you have not. There is a Pixar short about a girl who's turning 21, and in the Pixar short, her 5-year-old self and her 12-year-old self and her 17-year-old self are all stacked on each other in a trench coat, and that's what walks into the bar as she's turning 21. And it is a comment on the way in which we are all a number of different versions of ourself. And tonight it reminds me a little bit of that. So at different moments in the service, you may feel yourself connecting with your 3-year-old self, or your 12-year-old self, or your 17-year-old self, or your 42-year-old self. And I'm just going to put that there and see if there's any moment that really kind of feels like a particular time of your life for you. But for now, we'll continue on page 21, welcoming in the Shabbat bride with the words of Lecha Dodi. לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה.
Repeat after me. לך
דודי,
דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. שמור וזכור, שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד. השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מאור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. התעוררי, 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 כי לאורך כולי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה.
We rise and praise the entrance and welcome in the Shabbat bride.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת מקבלה.
You may be seated. We've welcomed in the Shabbat bride, and now it is time to say a quick hello, thank you, and goodbye to our Shabbat angels. Page 24, we find the words of Shalom Alechem, and as the story tells us, they come and go quickly because they've got to say hello to every Jew in the world, every single Shabbat, and our job is to make sure that we are Shabbating when they come to us, because the blessing then that they get to offer us is that we get another Shabbat just like this next week. So we join together in Shalom Alechem.
שלום עליכם מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון, מי מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. בואכם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, ברכוני לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We rise for Baruch Hu, page 28.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla la 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 la, yalla 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 la la la. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. You may be seated. We'll continue with words from Ma'ariv Aravim on page 30, a prayer that thanks God for creation, for the way in which we move from day into night and night into day, and that we have that differentiation of day and night. One of the things that I talk about when I'm working with kids is that if it was daytime all the time, that would be very hard. And if it was nighttime all the time, that would also be very hard. And you could ask people in Alaska because they have figured out how to do it. But for the rest of us, we honor this marking and movement from day to night and the difference that we get when we get to experience both of those times.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, גולל יום מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. Roll into dark, roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai, המעריב ערבים. Baruch atah Adonai, המעריב ערבים.
We'll offer this blessing on the top of 31 to add to our creation blessing. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. So the blessings in this section of our service are known as Shema Uvrotecha, Shema and her blessings, and they move us through a set of themes: creation, revelation, redemption. But notably also, these are all prayers and blessings that speak to and lift up love and the ways in which we are invited to love each other, to love God, to feel loved by God, to experience the expansiveness that love offers. And so I thought it might be a time to honor and celebrate some of the love that is here tonight. So I'm going to invite Sarah and Marcus to come up to the bima. So Sarah grew up here at TBT, and Marcus and Sarah got married on April 18th of this year. Mazel tov. And since they are here visiting from Spain, which is where they live, we thought it might be nice to give them a chance to have a blessing in this sanctuary, in this space. I'm going to actually have you stand in front of the ark because I'm going to leave it closed, but I'm going to let you stand in front of it because this is the ark in front of which Sarah became bat mitzvah. And similar to Max's talit, which didn't have any understanding of what it was going to get to wrap itself around in the future, so too, my guess is that you, 13-year-old Sarah, could not maybe have imagined all the things that would lead you to here and now. But I bet you're glad that they did. So I'm gonna wrap the two of you in this talit, which is not special in any way. It's just another talit that I own. But it's a talit, so it's good to have. It's good to wrap in. And I'm going to offer you the following blessing. May your love be an ever-flowing river, sometimes calm, sometimes wild, but always moving you closer to the heart of what matters. May you speak each other's names like sacred words and listen to each other's truths as if they are prayers. May your days be filled with ordinary miracles, shared meals, quiet mornings, forgiveness without keeping score. May your differences be your teachers, and your laughter be your glue. May you grow not only old together, but new, again and again. And when life stretches you, as it will, may you stretch toward each other, not away. May your home be a sanctuary, your connection a light, and your love a blessing to the world. We say, Amen.
Amen.
And now I think we can offer Shehechianu together. All right, now you can turn around and look at the people. We'll all sing Shehechianu together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Amen. Serenaded in only the way you can be serenaded by our community. We are so glad you're here.
Yeah.
So speaking of love, we will continue with Ahavat Olam, a prayer reminding us of just how loved we all are, on page 32.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו קומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה נגה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל.
Invite everyone to take a big deep breath in and let it out. One more. In. Let it out. In a moment, we will offer the words of Shema, a prayer that reminds us to listen and to hear and to bear witness to ourselves and to each other by paying just a little more attention. invite you, if you're comfortable, to cover your eyes and see if that enhances any of the ways in which this prayer reaches you. Page 34.
Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Ari, come on up.
ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Page 41 will offer the words together at the top of the page. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, for soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Mi chamocha. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. From the top. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות לילות
עושה
עושה
פלא.
Continue on page 42 with a lullaby that perhaps we could all use a little bit every night, some nights more than others.
Indeed. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים.
Rise for the Amidah and turn to page 46.
Na 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 שפתי תפתח. Na 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 ופי יגיד. ופי יגיד תהילתך. Na 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 אדוני. Na 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 שפתי תפתח. Na 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 ופי יגיד. ופי יגיד תהילתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue silently for the next few pages.
עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ואמרו
As you were beginning, I was concluding my silent prayers, my personal prayers. And one of my favorite sections of this book is this little poem, which was written by Yehuda Amichai, that's on page 61. Don't stop after beating the swords into plowshares. Don't stop. Go on beating them and make musical instruments out of them. Whoever wants to make war again will have to turn them into plowshares first. And that's such a, I can't explain why, but that Yehuda Amichai is Israeli, and that's such an Israeli poem, and that's such an Israeli melody for peace. And I don't have a way to tell you that other than to tell you that. And if it makes sense to you, wonderful. And if it doesn't, we can all scratch our heads a little bit. In every service, we always take time to think of the people in our lives and in our community who are in need of healing. And so I'll offer the names now of those we are thinking of here at Temple B'nai Torah and offer you the opportunity to include additional names of people you are thinking of in your own lives. And then we'll all offer a blessing for healing together. We are thinking today of Jacqueline Tara Smith, Deborah Rose, Eileen Kreisman, Ronnie Haber, Ellen Gottlieb, Vanessa Bianco, Paul McCready, Glenn Letts, Carl Wilhite, Cindy Balin, Patty Newby, Joe Giordano, Marion Laird, Sheldon Robert, Lisa Bush, Patricia Barber, Paul Norris, Stephen Thrasher, Laura Halper, Bob Cook, Jason Getler, Nina Schechter, Amanda Young, Wyatt Curcio, Mary Wilhite, Stephen Shuckman, Jennifer Stock, Margaret Nichols Kornblue, Jody Buktenica, Chris Clark, Jose Camacho, Howard Wasserteal, Elizabeth Kay, Devora Batevia, Elizabeth Knopf, Jill Burde Carson, Mary Leonardi Katolika, Rebecca Toolman, and Karen Klobuchar. And to those names we add for all those names and those we're thinking of in our heart, we'll offer words of Misha Barak. Page 253.
משברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. משברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We are in the final week leading up to the month of Elul, which is the final month leading up to Rosh Hashanah, which means it's time for me to bring out my favorite book in my whole library, which you can only read if you open the book fully. This is real, and you are completely unprepared. It's a book to help guide you through the High Holy Days. And as part of the book, it walks you through the Torah portions during the month of Elul and speaks to the ways that something within that Torah portion might speak to this just journey of transformation that we take every year, beginning really at Tisha B'Av, when everything comes crashing down, and through all the way to Sukkot. This week's Torah portion, Re'eh, which you'll learn much more about if you're here tomorrow morning to hear Ari teach us all a little bit about it, includes a lot of blessings and a lot of curses. One of the things that he and I talked about is how many more curses there are than blessings and how disturbing some of those curses are and how we really would prefer to focus more on the blessings. And tonight is a night of blessings. And so I didn't want to ignore the fact that this Torah portion really does speak a lot to this opportunity that we always have for blessing or curse and all that comes with that. So Rabbi Alan Liu writes the following about blessings and curses and the way that we might understand this biblical version. Am I doing that? Is it me?
I don't think so.
Okay, if I just stand very still.
No, you don't have to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I think okay. Thanks, Aaron.
Welcome.
I'm going to read to you a little bit about blessings and curses. Is the long and short of it. All right. So he writes in Parshat Re'eh, the words of the Torah portion begin, "Look, I put before you this day a blessing and a curse." He continues, "This teaches us to look, pay attention to your life. Every moment in it is profoundly mixed. Every moment contains a blessing and a curse. Everything depends on our seeing our lives with clear eyes, seeing the potential blessing in each moment as well as the potential curse, choosing the former, forswearing the latter." One of the things that happens during Parshat Re'eh is that the Israelites are taught to they're told to stand on two mountains. Half of the tribes stand on one mountain and half stand on the other, and they are told to shout these blessings and curses. It's a ritual of sorts. And what Rabbi Liu teaches is that the message of this ritual is that every moment contains this capacity for good and evil, and everything depends on this choice. And so, of course, we learn that this business of choosing good over evil, life over death, is precisely a matter of life and death, because in the Torah portion, as might not surprise you, the blessings are great, but the curses really don't lead to anything good at all. And the distinction that we have to make is between the mixedness of the moment, the blessing that's possible in each moment and the curse that's possible in each moment, and the attention we have to pay in order to recognize the blessing that is possible rather than the curse that is possible. It can be hard to pay attention sometimes. It takes a lot of energy to pay attention. And sometimes blessings are big and noticeable and noteworthy, and other people point them out to you. They are milestones and big moments in our lives. And sometimes the blessing is taking a step in one direction instead of the other direction without even knowing that that's what you were going to do, and only afterwards realizing that that step is what led you to the next step and the next step and the next step. That's where you two come in. So, Kayla and Jacob. We have a final blessing tonight. Oh, I didn't remember was it the Mariners? Is that the step that I was thinking of when I was thinking about this earlier? Yep. All right. So Kayla and Jacob have known each other for a very long time. but their return to each other began with the Mariners making it to the playoffs, and a text that brought them back into contact, perhaps in a different way. A tiny step, right? A tiny moment that I'm sure neither of you made, thinking, "Ah, yes, this will lead to marriage," and yet here you are. So, for this one, I'm going to invite us all to rise. We're going to open the Ark. So, Kayla, you too became bat mitzvah here in this sanctuary, and this is the Ark you stood in. I'm going to have you stand over here. So, this Torah, these Torahs, contain laws and rules and curses and blessings and do's and don'ts, but they also contain the origin story of our people. And when we stand with Torah, we link ourselves with generations on generations of people who have taken steps in all sorts of directions that led them towards and away from all sorts of things. And while the relationships in the Torah sometimes teach us as much about what not to do as what to do, what we do when we learn and engage with Torah, as you two did over these past few months together, strengthens and bolsters the connections between the two of you. You are the perfect balance for each other. I learned this in the 30 minutes that I have gotten to spend with you. Each grounding to the other in the way that you uniquely need, one calm and gentle, the other clear and confident, and I bet you could both actually say that about each other. You prioritize each other. As you said, you live very much in sync. So tonight, standing in front of the Ark you stood in front of when you became bat mitzvah, we're going to offer you a blessing that you received then as well. Birkat Kohanim, a threefold blessing, more ancient than almost any other Jewish text we have, a blessing of protection and care as the two of you take this next step together. So I'm going to have you look that way. And I'm going to do a poor imitation of Cantor David in Hebrew, and then also offer the blessing in English. And you all know this is only a community blessing if we all participate communally. So we'll offer Ken Yehirat Son after each of the blessings. Here we go. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yikunecha. May you feel God's radiance shine upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God be with you always in the moments when you feel most connected and in sync, and in the moments, if they do arise, when you cannot figure out where the other person is. In the hardest moments, but also in the most joyful ones. May you feel the presence of something that is larger than each of you, that binds you together, and that helps you feel both wholeness, shlemut, and shalom, peace. Amen. We'll keep the Ark open, or we'll stay standing. I'm going to close the Ark. You two may take a seat. So many blessings coming your way in advance of your wedding very, very soon. Yay. Right. We're going to continue with the words of Aleinu L'Shabeach, the top of page 283.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. Thanks, Torres. Perhaps it is fitting, as we move through our life cycle, that we conclude every service with a blessing and a prayer, honoring those who have died at this time and in years past. It is part of who we are, that we live this glorious life, however long we get, and at some point, our physical presence on this earth is no more. And yet, part of what Judaism teaches is that we continue to be in this world, in the people who we've loved and known and taught. And so, as we offer the names of those we are remembering today in our community, I'll invite you to rise if you are one of the people who is remembering one of these people. And if you find yourself not standing yet near the end of these names, I'll invite you to look around. And if you notice someone you know or want to know who is standing, I'll invite you to come find them after the service and ask them something about their person. One of the things that we forget to do as the years go on is give people the opportunity to talk about their people. And that is a gift and a blessing indeed. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Mickey Resnick, friend of our congregant Esther Hurst, and Cliff Warner, father of Alyssa Warner. And we remember on their yard site Jack Bornstein, Marvin David Feit, Roberta Kidover Nargentino, Ursula Becker, Helen Rose Schuster, Hannah Cushman, Lucille Healy, Margaret Ann McLeod, Elizabeth Ann Michelman, Arthur Poznansky, Ted Bookie, Jack Brady, James Joseph Slayton, Morton Lippman, Shirley G. Schlanger, Leslie Brody, and Janet Lewine. And to those names, if you are thinking of anyone today who you're remembering, please share those names as well. We rise together as one community for Mourners Kaddish, page 294. Yikadal v'yikadash shmei rabbah, B'alma divrach erutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayachon uvyomachon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, Ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudusha brichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories be a blessing. You may be seated.
עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם.
We're going to close tonight with part of a song that I thought of as blessings continued to be added to this evening. It is a song written by Josh Nelson, and it speaks about generations and blessings. So we'll sing a little bit of it, and then we'll make hamotzi and get to the cookies.
We are gifts, and we are blessings. We are history and song. We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words, and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור we protect this chain. From generation to generation, L'ador v'ador, these lips will praise your name.
Alas, Jack did not make it to the challah. You'll all have to eat a little extra on his behalf. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei. No, hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avod. Now you know where my brain is. It's at Borei Pri Hagafen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Whew.